Just a couple of small notes on this piece. One thing to keep in mind is that there's a very prominent melody in the top voice, and like the name of the piece, Nostalgia, yes, so it's probably like a thoughtful tempo, but in brackets it's Petite Melodie. So we want to make sure that melody stands alone and is very recognizable. So playing the melody on its own, always a good choice, right? So in my edition, which you can get off the website, there's a link for that underneath the video, the melody is the top voice. So that's the voice with all the stems going up in the upper register. If you're reading off the tab, then look at the notation part to get that, or just play the upper note. But make sure that you're really bringing out that melody and shaping it on its own. If you can shape the melody really nicely on its own, without the rest of the notes, then when you add the rest of the notes in, you can make sure that you're still phrasing that melody really nicely and you're staying focused on it. So again, just go through the whole piece playing that melody on its own, making sure that you have the phrasing really nicely. Then all you have to really do is make sure that you have the chord shapes that you need, and as well as that in the right hand, just making sure that melody is being brought out. Most of the time you're playing the melody with the A finger. But let's just do a small walkthrough of the piece, and I'll just point out a couple of things as we go. So the first two bars is just accompaniment. And then we start with the melody, so make sure you bring it out with that A finger. Sometimes I like to just create the model that I want. You know, practice playing the I am accompaniment very soft. And bringing the melody out just to get a feel for that in the hand. You can do that for quite a long time, just like... play around with it, make up some music, just to make sure that you have the feel of the piece in your right hand. That's a little suspension, so it's tension on the F, relax. Same thing here, suspension, relax. Just a little tiny like running line. Notice that I'm muting the bass with my thumb there, so when you see the quarter note rest, I put my thumb back down to mute that bass note. Same thing there. Cleans up the texture a little bit, highlights that upper melody, and it's in the music, so you might as well observe it there. It's also helpful to have that second finger on the second bar of bar 9 there. So I'm just muting the bass there is something to think about. Keep all those notes down, it's all part of an E minor. Go to third position. That way you don't have to shift afterwards. So you just have to know this little D7 shape here. But this is the melody. Then you can, same thing, mute the bass. So right where the rest is underneath that E, that's where you put your thumb back down. Back down to mute the bass. Have to jump up there. It's not so bad though because you have these open strings to move. You can put the bar down anytime you like. You could put it down right away, or you could wait and put it down afterwards. It doesn't really matter as long as you're highlighting that melody. Stay in position there with the bar. You have to grab that again, then down to third position with the bar. Second position. You could move sooner there and go like that, but I think it's nice to just finish off the bar in third position, then go to second position. Stay in second position. Ooh, mute the bass there as well. So where you see the quarter note rest, put your thumb back down. Let's see. Third position. You could play those open, but because you have the bar down already, makes sense for me anyway to put that bar down. I don't really observe the rest at the end, but if you want to articulate it a little bit more clearly, you could. I kind of just let them ring. I just like the way it sounds better. Kind of putting a little fermata there, and then return to the opening. So basically, you need to learn a couple chord shapes, a little bit of positioning of the left hand, but for the most part, it's just bringing out that melody really nicely, a couple of bass note mutes. It's a really pretty piece. Just stay focused on that melody and enjoy.